What's up, guys? Rick from DFS On Demand here with a Run Good Fantasy League update. It's been 4 weeks. We've been going at it. I wanted to give an update on some of the standings that are going on, some of the rules and regulations around the league, answer some questions that I've been getting. So hopefully people can stop DMing me on Twitter. Only joking, I do get a lot of messages, but hopefully this will answer a lot of the questions that I get. First and foremost, the payout structure. I screwed it up to begin with. So I had to update the payout structure. In the original structure, I was actually paying out $12,000 in prizes when there are only $10,000 in entry fees. So I love you guys, but not enough to dip $2,000 into my pocket and pay out an additional $2,000 of prizes. So someone pointed it out to me. Thank you for that, because I don't know how long it would have taken me to notice. I guess when I started paying it out, I would have noticed that I ran out of money. That would have been a debacle. So we are still playing for this bad boy. So here's the trophy. I'll get a little something on here. And I think as the season goes, I might add more stuff to the prize pool, or maybe like we'll say whoever wins this 4 weeks will get something, because I've got a little swag coming, a little stuff coming for the DFS Open. Hopefully I can share some of that stuff with you guys as well. But first and foremost, let's go through some of this information here. And let's see. There we go. Okay. You should be looking at the old and the updated payout structure. So you can see originally I was paying out first and second in each division, and then 10 spots for the overall standings. I'm still going to do that, but you can see that added up to $12,000. So I had to make a few adjustments. I wanted to continue to pay out first and second in each division. I think that's important. I obviously, like, hey, it's a $50 buy-in. There's 200 people in it. I like the idea of someone getting a big return on their $50 for whoever wins this thing. Like, I like the idea of that. But at the same time, you drafted amongst your peers, the 10 of you. And I think it is worth it and noteworthy that if you come in the top 20%, first or second in your division, you get something. So I wanted to keep that. I had to adjust it down a little bit. So now the winner of each division is going to get $125, which is 2.5 times your buy-in. And second place in each division is going to get $75, which is 1.5 times your buy-in. Again, I would have liked for that to have been a little bit more, but there's also a pretty good chance that if you were first or second in your division, you are also looking at potentially getting an overall prize. So that portion, the division portion, pays out $4,000. And then what I did is I kind of just shaved a little bit off of each one of the finishing positions. So originally first place was $1,500. It's now $1,250. So I took $250 off of that. And then basically I took $100 off every finishing position down to 9th place, and then 9th place I took 50 off of, and then 10th place stays the same. So that gets us to $6,000 worth of payouts for the overall standings, and $4,000 for the division standings, which is the full $10,000 in payouts. Buy-in fees were $50 for 200 people, which equals $10,000. So that should all add up now. Additionally, let's jump over to Fantrax and actually answer some of the questions that I've been getting quite a bit. Everything is working as expected now, right? I mean, Fantrax has been great with working through with us. The standings weren't, all the data was there, but the standings weren't showing great for the first couple of weeks, but we should be good now. And also, the way that they show the standings can be confusing. So the data is correct, but I'm still getting a lot of questions about this. So if you actually go and click on standings, it will default you to all 200 teams, full year-to-date season totals, which is accurate. Look at me, I'm in 31st. So you can see everyone on here. So Enright's Army is in first place. with 1,375 points. He's 2 points ahead of Fox Force 5. So you can go and click on you can click on just the regular standings and see every team standings, or you can go to division and see just your division. Okay, so here I am in second place in my own division. I'm in Byron Nelson. Here is Sam Snead. Okay, you can click through all of these, or if you use this arrow on the right, you can go back to the combined standings. Now, here's what is also confusing to people. So I'm going to go to my team. So people are clicking their own name and they're looking at this screen and they're seeing a bunch of different stats for a bunch of different golfers. And you're either emailing me or you're sending me a Twitter message or whatever, like, Rick, what the heck's going on? This is broken. It's not broken. It just doesn't show it in a great way. So what you need to do is it defaults to year to date. So just change the stats to by tournament. So if you change it by tournament, now the tournament that I have selected is last week's Waste Management. So I can see the scores, my team, here are the 4 golfers that counted to my score. Ben on 9th place, Ricky Fowler 37th, Mark Hubbard in 9th, and Webb Simpson with the win. People are also emailing me or sending me a message here saying, Rick, it's only showing 4 of my golfers. Jordan Spieth played this week, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know, because it only takes your top 4 scores each week, in the standings, it's only going to show the 4 scores that counted towards your standings. That makes sense. So I can see these are the 4 scores that counted for me for Waste Management. Here are the 4 that counted for me for the Farmers Insurance. Here are the ones that counted for me for the American Express. I can go through and click through each one of them. If you look at this, there's a drop down. Perfect. If you want to see all of your golfers, you need to click live scoring. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing. So now live scoring, it breaks it down by tournament. Now it's already loading in Pebble Beach. If you go back 1 week, there we go. Now it's the Waste Management. Here are all the golfers that I had in the field at the Waste Management. I had like 10 guys. This is actually like my score could have been a lot better. I don't know if it could have been a lot better, but like I had a lot of bullets here. So so the scores that counted for me were 128 Webb Simpson, 82.5 Mark Hubbard, 81.5 Ricky Fowler, and 79 Ben On. Harris English, 75 points. I can see here in live scoring, but if I go to the standings, he is going to have a 0. That is correct. That is how it is supposed to work. So if you're looking for your full live scoring, every player who has a potential to go into your standings, you need to go under live scoring. Okay. Hopefully that clears up the major questions that I've gotten. Let's actually look at this and see who is in the lead here. I mentioned Enright's Army, who is 2 points clear of Fox Force 5. And quite frankly, I think Enright's Army has been in first like for a while here. So let's look at this team. This team, wow. Okay. So it's kind of interesting. Keegan Bradley, Cam Champ, Jason Day, Bryson, Bo Hostler, Phil Mickelson, Webb. Okay. Here's where it goes. Cam Champ, Brendan Steele, Justin Thomas, Bubba, and Danny Willett. So wow, getting a lot of contributions and already a couple of wins, right? I mean, Cam Smith has already won. Webb Simpson has already won. Bubba's been like top 5 a couple of times. Justin Thomas has been up there. So you can see the Waste Management. Enright's Army had the winner, Webb, 2 guys in 3rd, Justin and Bubba, and then Keegan in 49th. If we go back a week to the Farmers, Bubba in 6th, Bo Hostler in 9th, and 2 guys in 16th. The American Express, kind of bad, Enright's Army. What happened? Cam Champ, 21st, 2 guys in 75th and a 43rd. And then the first week, yeah, wow, look at this. Week 1, this is why I remember Enright's Army, because he jumped out to a massive number, having 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Sony Open, along with Keegan Bradley, who finished 12th. Pretty cool. That is a really, really good squad. Let's see who's behind you here. I mentioned Fox Force 5, Joey 19 Votto. I'm in 31st. Let's check out one of these other teams. Let's check out Joey 19 Votto, see what that team looks like. See if it's a lot of the same guys. No, it's pretty different. Benny On, Tony Finau, Brian Gay, Tom Hoagie, Sung Kang, Francesco Molinari, Webb Simpson, Stenson, Stewart, Von Taylor, Tiger, and Peter Uline. So actually, this is a much more well-rounded team. I don't want to say that. I don't think it's necessarily better, but like I think Webb Simpson's the only winner this year. This person's probably just been piling up a lot of top finishes. Yeah, Webb and Finau 1-2, and then Benyon and Tom Hoagie last week. A bunch of top 20s there. Yeah, wow. This is okay. So this is good news. As I flip through this, because what that says to me is there is really anybody's ball game here trying to come back and win this thing. I mean, obviously we're only 4 weeks in. There's like 30 something to go, but the fact that Joey 19 Votto, he's just been doing it with consistency in top 20s. Like that's good to know. Some of these guys are going to make massive jumps. I mean, the difference between first and I don't know, 100th. Let's see what 100th is less than 200 points. That doesn't seem that significant to me. Or even here's even better difference. Points per game. So I guess that's per golfer. Almost 86 for Enright's Army. And in 50th, it's 78. I mean, we're talking about 8 points difference between first and 50th, which is pretty cool, which makes me think that a lot of people are still very much alive in this thing, as they should be. We're only 4 weeks in. But yeah, pretty cool. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I hope this helped to answer some of the questions that you've been having. Let me know what you think and what kind of updates you want to see from this league. Tweet me. It's at RickRunGood, or leave a comment below. Talk to you guys soon.